All right. 93. Do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law. What's up, Z? You gonna say looking great. I don't know if you've been seeing my live streams lately. I just woke up from a nap. What's up, Ancient Wisdom? What's up, Baphomet? What's up? What's up? What's up? 93 count. What's good? What's good? I don't know if y'all was hearing that track in the background. I'm still working on it though. I'm still working on it. Still working on it though. But that was just a little sneak peek. Just a little sneak peek. Hold on. Just a little sneak peek. Anyway, so as I said, I'm just letting y'all know, yeah, I'm back in the studio. Back in the studio with the madness. Back on the bullshit. Back on the bullshit. But again, I still gotta master it up though. Still gotta master it up. But I had to black out. What's up, Immortal 72? I had to black out for a little bit. I was editing the track. I ended up falling asleep. My energy is all over the place now. Right. But the title of this video, what's up, Dank Wizard? I'm gonna say nah. Oh man. I just played that just as a preference to this video. While you're waiting on the world is waiting on you. That's why I had to hop in the studio, right? Because I know it's just not going to get done. What's up, Nefertiti? 93. Meaning, a lot of stuff that we're waiting for the world to do is already within us. We're supposed to be doing it. Meaning, we're supposed to take things to the next level. We may not be the ones laying the foundation, but we can take it to the next level. Meaning, let's just say in my example, like the music I make, I know that it's not going to be made if I don't do it. You know what I mean? That's why it's mandatory that I do it. It's no longer an option. I was treating it like an option. But the deeper I got into the science, the more I realized this is no longer optional. If I'm really trying to create my reality, I'm going to have to be listening to my own words. I can't just be listening to what everybody else is saying. They're creating their own realities. How many times am I going to listen to somebody else talk about, how many bitches that they didn't fuck, how much money they got, what they're doing, what they like, what they don't like. And most of the stuff I don't even resonate with. And let's just be real. You probably don't resonate with that shit either. It's like the people that we select to be our leaders or the people that's supposed to take us to the next level, they're not taking us to the next level. They're keeping us going around in loops and loops and loops and loops, which is for a reason because they're paid very well to keep you going around in these loops and these loops. But music, just as an example, I'm just using music as an example. Music can take you all the way to enlightenment if you do your own music, or like if you're a content creator, if you create your own content. because nobody else knows what you know. Nobody else is willing to put in the work that you're willing to put in, especially if you have passion behind what you're doing. Nobody else is going to be able to match your energy, right? Let's just be real. Nobody else can match your energy, meaning you are the god of your reality. You are the goddess of your reality. So when it comes to what you do best, can't nobody, there is no competition with that. That's why one of the lines, I'm like, ain't no competition, bunch of fucking fake Egyptians came to throw your favorite gods off of Mount Olympus. That's what I said, right? So everybody got a favorite god, right? Everybody, like Kemet is, the cradle of reality, right? Everybody is on the Egyptian tip. And I'm just looking at this shit like, when the last time you heard any of these rappers drop some comedic science? I'm talking about the mainstream, not the underground. The mainstream on the world stage. So even though we know hip hop is an off or was birthed from the comedic culture, when do you ever hear any comedic science in the lyrics? Or are we just hearing vile nonsense that really like didn't even need to be recorded in the first place? It sounds good, but that's because of the engineering. They have master engineers. Let's just be honest here. Let's just be honest. The only reason the music sounds good is because of the engineering. It's not the lyrics. The flow, sure, but the lyrics is like, yo, we are lyricists. So even without the flow, even without the masterful beats, even without the engineering, you should still be able to strike consciousness, even if you don't have any of that. Because you got the lyrics, meaning you got the most potent element of them all. You have the lyrics, meaning you can open up chambers with your voice, with sound. Sound creates reality. So just through your sound, just through your words, just through your rhymes, you're able to change the intelligence, right? Your intelligence can be changed. So not only are you changing your own intelligence, you're changing the intelligence of others just with your words, just with the sound that you emit. That's some godlike shit, is it not? You're just able to speak and change the consciousness of your surroundings. So not only the people, but also the inanimate objects, meaning your whole reality is influenced by your sound, not just your words, but also your thoughts. So this is why I made the video. We're waiting on the world, but the world is waiting on you. We're waiting for somebody else to tell us what's cool, what's hot, what we should be doing, how we should be investing our money, what clothes we should wear. We're waiting for somebody else to basically come up and, break the chambers. Like, we're waiting for the next hot rapper, the next hot engineer, the next hot producer, whoever these people are, when it's really us. Because who is more advanced than you? That's my whole point. Who is more advanced than you? We are the next up. This is what the Pluto retrograde is all about. Between the years 2023 and 2043, when Pluto was going through Aquarius, Pluto has become the technomancer. Meaning this is the time for you to rise into your ultimate position. Because if it doesn't happen now, it's just not going to happen. If you don't do what you need to do between 2023 and 2043, then you just missed the ball. Because this is not going to happen again in our lifetime. We will never experience Pluto going through Aquarius again in our lifetime. It will happen again, but we won't be here. So while we are here, we must fill in the gaps. But the reason, we're always held back, like even me, for example, you say, like, okay, I can do YouTube, I don't get a bunch of views. But you see, I don't use that as an excuse not to create content. See, some people may have quit a long time ago, but you see, I kept going because I realized the sound that is emitted is more important than just a bunch of random people watching it. I'm only speaking to the people that are supposed to hear it. And that's all I care about. Everybody else I can give a fuck about. The people who just come and go, the people who love you when you hot but hate you when you down. Who gives a fuck? The moment I do something wrong, all those people will hate me. But the people who are really with this shit, y'all already know. It is what it is, right? Y'all know my heart. The world doesn't know my heart. The world will only give a fuck about me if I do something wrong. Let me go out there and commit some type of violence. I'll be on the news. Let me do something wrong to somebody. Oh, they paint my image. Oh, look at this motherfucker. They would drag me through the mud. But that is what keeps me on my square. That's why I have to stay out of jail. That's why I have to stay off of TV. I'm like, these people only will try to eat off of my energy. That's all they'll do. That's all they care about because they're vampires. That's all they really can do is to feed off of others' energy. That's why we have what is called the law of reversal, who was brought, this law was brought to us by none other than Aleister Crowley, the one that everybody loves to hate, right? They don't know anything about the literature though. The law of reversal is the most powerful law. That's more powerful than any other laws that we know. You can't name another law that's more powerful than the law of reversal. That's why that law was hidden. It's always been in existence, but it wasn't revealed until Aleister Crowley revealed it. For those who may not be familiar with the law of reversal, the law of reversal was all about doing everything in reverse. Reverse psychology, reverse consciousness, moving back in time. That's why even with the Lima was not invented by Aleister Crowley. It was just revealed to him. The Lima is an actual science of Kemet that was forbidden and forgotten. So that means all the historians, all the Egyptian priests and masters, and all the people that we have seen come and go in the conscious, do you see none of them had ever mentioned the Lima? But that is the original science, and it was forbidden because as Egypt or Kemet went on, it became mainstream like everything else. It became corrupted like everything else. So the truth had been long forgotten. Basically, once it reached its peak, once Egypt reached its peak, the truth had already been forgotten. Because now people are just worshiping gods. Some are worshiping Anubis, others are worshiping Isis, others are worshiping Osiris. It just became a bunch of worship. But the true science had been forgotten by that time. But we know we get caught up in the pyramids and the art and all this extra shit, right? But the true science had already been forgotten once the peak was hit. So we don't want to accept that because we're just so caught up into the glory. We're so caught up into the theatrics. And that goes for any culture. That goes for any person. Because we truly don't know these people. Meaning, so your favorite rapper, your favorite artist, your favorite actor, actress, whoever that you're into, we don't really know these people. And these people honestly ain't worth knowing because the world is waiting on you. The world isn't waiting on them. The world is waiting on you. We're still worried about what these people are doing. They're already there, but they're not going to be there when you get there. They probably would try to blackball you. All right, we back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. See, I was going too hard. I was going too hard for a bit. Yeah, so they tried to shut it down. I was going too hard. Anyway, anyway, as y'all see, when it get too real, shit start glitching. We already know how this game go, right? I was going too hard. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. I was like, oh shit, I almost lost it. That shit was almost too real, huh? You see, like, oh, they tried to shut the whole shit down. What's up, Lord? Shoe? Tried to shut the whole shit. Like, okay, so all right, let me fall back for a little bit. Let me just talk about some bullshit for a minute. Let me just talk about some bullshit for a minute. You know, what's going on in the sports world? What's going on in the sports world? 'Cause I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what's going on. What's going on with the Lakers or something? I don't know. What's going on with the Raiders? Let's get YouTube off the bullshit. Anyway, that's why I can't really make videos like this too often. Right? Can't make videos like this too often. It's getting too crazy. All as conscious beings, we are constantly learning. So to progress, we have to change. Most people won't change their minds for nothing. Well, can y'all hear me? Let me make sure the audio is good. Can y'all hear me? Before we go on, I want to make sure the audio is good. Can y'all hear me clearly? All right, cool, cool. All right, cool. Just want y'all see, yeah, they tweaking with us, right? They're not liking what I'm talking about. They're not liking it at all. They're not liking it. They're not liking it whatsoever. Most people won't change their mind for nothing. It's because they enjoy the Matrix in its current form. They're not trying to update their firmware, you know, because it benefits them. Why would they want the Matrix to change when they benefit from it? Because once the Matrix changes, they're not as important as they think they are. It's just like I was saying in the last video. The Matrix in its current form is why they are even famous. Why this is why people even care about them whatsoever. So for the Matrix to update its firmware, now these people become more and more irrelevant. Why would they want that? Why would they want the world to see them exactly for who they are? Why would they want that? It's not going to benefit them. So they're going to do everything they can to preserve the false reality because that's the only way for them to benefit, right? So of course people are not going to change their minds because that will require them to accept who they really are. But again, we don't even know who they really are. We just know what they show us, but we don't know the actual reality because what they show us is very controlled. They're only going to show you certain things will never be shown. So, and you basically, the more you begin to know about these people, the less and less you actually like them. So that's the whole thing. The more and more you actually get to know these people, the less and less they become likable, right? What's the longest I've been on a fast? 3 weeks. Well, I would say two. Like the longest I went without eating any solid foods is like 11 days. 11 days, no solid foods, just liquids. So yeah, I guess almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks, no solid foods. But I was spiritual in terms of I can close my eyes and I can just see visions instantaneously. I didn't have to wait till I fell asleep. But it's like I had to die and become reborn because the first couple of days I was ultra weak. But then eventually my energy became, I had to build my energy back up, but it was being built up not with food, but actual, chi. The chi had to replace the energy that I was gathering from the food, which is not an easy process whatsoever. It's not an easy process whatsoever. So that's that. You know, what's up, osmosis? I'm down to like one friend. We don't need friends. That's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. We don't need friends. That's what y'all see. When y'all see me, y'all don't never see anybody around me now, do you? Right? That's why I say I have to be the example. How many videos have y'all seen with me with a bunch of other people? Rare, if at all, right? And it's been 10 years. I've been doing this 10 years, and y'all tell me how many people have y'all seen, right? Because we're not like friends are. I mean, I even see this. I even see this at work. Honestly, I'll be like, these people are really just here to have new friends. These people ain't here for no money. These people ain't here to to actually make things happen. I'll be at work all goddamn day. It's just people running their damn mouth about unwork related things. Is a job getting done? Yeah, the job is getting done. But while the job is getting done, people are just running their mouth about whatever the fuck they got going on in their lives. I don't have nothing to do with work. So I'm hearing this shit every day, all day. I'm like, oh, this is why I didn't want to be around people. It's like I'm being reminded why I exited out the matrix. Because now that I'm back into the matrix, now that I'm plugged in, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what this is about. Again, these people ain't here for the reasons you will think they're here. And I know this goes on everywhere. So I know it ain't just where I am. This is everywhere. It's people at work talking about things that don't have nothing to do with work. All day, every day. Because yeah, people just want friends. But they don't want friends for the reasons you think. People just want to be around echo chambers. People be going through their own madness and they just want somebody to talk to. Can you talk about urine fasting, but really going deaf? I mean, there really ain't nothing to go in depth about. It's I know it's something that people don't like talking about, but I just don't really talk about it because I know people ain't gonna do it. So I'm like, what's the point of even talking about it? It's just more of something you got to do yourself. Honestly, like if you're really that interested in it, you just need to go ahead and do it. Me talking about it isn't gonna really prove anything to you. It's not like I can talk about the benefits of it all day, right? I can talk about what it can do for you physically, what it can do for you mentally, what it can do for you spiritually. I can talk about the benefits of it all day. But until you actually experience it, it's just going to be words coming out of my mouth, right? But that goes for anything else. But it all goes down to the same thing, right? It all goes down to this. It all comes back to the same thing. Basically, what I'm saying. All right, back. Yeah, as you see, yeah, they really triggering. They really triggering this live stream. So yeah, they really don't like what's being said here. But as I was saying, it come down to the same principles. You have to clean yourself from the inside out. You have to clean yourself from the inside out. Because if you're polluted, you're not gonna like the taste of your urine. It's not gonna That's the first thing you gotta get over anyway. But it's hard to get over that if you don't have a dietary law. Most people, unfortunately, don't have a dietary law. Meaning they're just eating whatever they want to eat. They don't have no rules and regulations as to what should be eaten and what should not be eaten. So when you're eating the wrong foods all day, every day, then it's impossible to even do urine therapy. Not for a long period of time. Because you will be tasting the aftermath of everything you're eating. So if all day you're eating poison, then your urine is going to taste like poison. And who wants to drink that? Right? Who wants to drink poison? So that's what it comes down to. You know, when you correct your diet, then everything else flows. Everything else will be easy to do. When you regulate what you put in your mouth, everything else is easy. But if you're not regulated, then everything else is going to be a problem. Everything else is going to be a problem if you don't regulate your diet. That becomes your foundation. You need to regulate your diet. You get that out the way, everything else is a breeze. That's the hardest thing to do. Because all the stuff that's bad for you tastes good. We love those pepperoni pizzas. We love that spaghetti, right? We love all this meat. We're eating this stuff multiple times a day. You try to do urine therapy, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out. But if you're really serious about urine looping, that means you should be drinking your urine every time you urinate. Every single time. If you're really serious about it, every single time. Everything that comes out, you're looping it back. That's if you're really serious. If you're kind of serious, you just drink the morning urine. If you're kind of serious. What's up, El Ray? What's up, El Ray? And I'm not going to take too long with this video. Okay, yeah. So I see they're just glitching this ridiculously. So I'm gonna do a part two. So give me about 5 minutes. I'm gonna just shut this down because yeah, we're not gonna go anywhere with this glitching. So I'll shut this down. I'll do a part two. Give me a few minutes. 93. Love the law. Love under will. I'll be right back.